Well, hats off to Creighton. You know, anytime you're going to play against Greg McDermott, coach Creighton team, you know you're going to play against just a powerful offensive team, and a team that is just exceptional in transition. And you know, I thought for the most part in the first half, we played really good defense. You know, if you would have told me, you know, if you take away the fouling at the end of the game, you know, it was a game played for Creighton in the 60s. I mean, that's what you would want. You know, if you look at the scores of their most recent games, you're looking at low 90s, high 80s. You're looking at, like, big-time offensive numbers. So, you know, defensively it wasn't perfect. We had some mindless breakdowns, especially in transition, which we knew was the number one key coming into the game. We had some confusion on our ball screen coverages, but still, if you would have told me 4 minutes to go in the game, they were in the 60s, you would have felt pretty good about that. But I thought our offense really let us down. You know, obviously we had some good shots early we didn't make. I didn't think our execution or what we wanted to try to do in the game. And again, there's a reason for that, because Creighton didn't make things easy on us, but I thought our offensive execution was very, very poor.
It's a second straight tough shooting night for you guys. What do you think needs to change most on offense?
You know, I want to be able to watch, but we had some good shots. I mean, pretty wide open shots that we didn't make. You know, teams are obviously making it harder on Marcus to get, you know, any easy shots. And, you know, like, we're going to need some other guys to step up. But, you know, one of the things that we wanted to try to attack the paint more and get in there and get fouled and try to win the free throw battle, which we obviously did not. So I got to figure out ways to help put us in a position to get fouled more. I got to figure out ways to help Marcus get fouled. You know, coming into this game, he was number one in the country in terms of fouls drawn out of any player in the NCAA. In last few games, it seems he's not getting fouled, and I got to do a much better job of putting him in the positions to get fouled. Because he's not getting to the free throw line nearly as much as he once was. And so I got to take a look at that and figure that out.
What made the duo of Alexander and Wojciechowski so hard to stop on the defensive end?
Oh, well, they're big-time guards. Those two kids are as good a backcourt as there is in the country. I mean, they're hard for us to stop. And if you asked any coach that's played against them this year, the coach would tell you that they were hard for them to stop too. I mean, those two kids are big-time players. I mean, Alexander's a monster, and Zagorowski's probably the most improved player in our conference.
It seemed that the last 5 minutes, you guys were getting close, but then Creighton would hit back with a couple baskets. Was that the transition defense that you were talking about?
Yeah. No, I mean, they got a couple wide open threes after we made a basket, and you know, that just can't happen. I mean, especially when you spend a week talking about not allowing that to happen. But again, it's hard to simulate how fast they push the ball. You know, nothing against our scout team, you know, because they've done a great job and they've helped our team immensely. But it's hard to simulate how fast they get it up the floor, you know, and sometimes they get it up the floor faster after you score on them than they do on a miss. And if you have a breakdown, they make you pay for it. And, you know, that's what they do, and that's a credit to them. And it's not like, you know, we can get better, and there's things that we have to do better. But I give Creighton, I mean, they're probably the hottest team in our league right now. You know, they're really playing well, and they outplayed us today, for sure.
Tyshawn is really good on Marcus both games this season. What makes him such a good defender?
He's got size, he's got athleticism, he's got familiarity. I think he takes great pride in the defensive end. And then they run multiple guys at him. They're pretty athletic, 1 through 5, or 6 really, because I consider Mahoney a 6 starter. Essentially they use him as a 6 starter. All those kids can really move. They've played a lot of basketball. Alexander's a great starting point as an individual defender, but they're running multiple guys at Marcus who are quick and fast and athletic, and obviously in tune to the game plan.
Steve, you had the 3 ranked opponents. Now you're off that stretch. If you were hitting the reset button here, what do you want to see happen the rest of the way for you guys? Well,
again, we got to we have to keep getting better. This is not a conference where you can feel sorry for yourself, or anybody's going to feel sorry for you. We play 3 big time opponents, and we're going to play 3 big time opponents in our next game. That's the way of the world in this conference, and we've got to get better on both ends of the floor. In particular, offensively, our offense has let us down more so of late, and we got to figure that out.
Marcus had just 3 shot attempts going into halftime. Obviously, Alexander is a very quality defender, but did you tell Marcus to kind of be more aggressive in the second half to try to get you guys back into it? Or?
Yeah, we wanted to, and anytime Marcus had it, Alexander was on him, but they were running 2 guys at him, and Marcus, I think, was trying to make the right play in the first half. When they were sending 2 guys at him, he was trying to move it, and so. But obviously, we need Marcus to be aggressive, and then we need to figure out ways that we can help him more. From a coaching standpoint, and figure out ways for other guys to step up when teams are going to commit so many resources to taking him out of the game.